Solid right to the ribs by Froch, and Odin swarming all over him. And this really is a good test for Froch, because this fella doesn't really care what happens to him. He's coming storming forward. Good footwork by Froch. I'll tell you one thing, Richie, they may have done a few rounds together in the gym, but there's been no deal done behind closed doors in this one.
No, and it shows you that Froch means business. I mean, they haven't picked an easy opponent here. This guy's a rough house. He really will give anyone a fight in at close quarters at any level. So yeah, I mean, this just shows that how he means business, Carl Froch.
Well, Odin is a genuine light heavyweight. May even get up as heavy as cruiserweight. Lovely footwork by Froch. 30 seconds to go. Haven't seen too much of the silken skills of Froch, because Odin really has kept him on the back foot for most of this. Froch has to keep moving in this one, Richie. If he stands still, Odin is going to swarm all over him.
Yeah, like I said at the start of the contest, he's got to use the sidestep here against this guy. The guy just needs to fall over his shoulder.
That was a little better by Froch at the end. Those solid shots going into the ribs yet again. Again, Froch finishes in command. Hands held very low yet again. Well, he's been a professional for just 10 months. Started in March of last year, stopping experienced Michael Pinnock from Birmingham, who really was a light heavy. But Odin keeps coming forward. He's got the guard tucked up very well, and those solid shots round to the ribs don't seem to be worrying Odin whatsoever. He's in very, very good condition, Odin. The lightest he's been for quite some time. And he's coming straight back at Froch, and though he's rather wild and a little bit unorthodox and sometimes a little bit careless, Froch is having to work pretty hard to cope with him. 10-0 that second round, Rich?
Yeah, I thought it was quite close. I mean, literally the work rate and sheer persistence of Odin earned him a share of that round.
Well, they've turned out in force to see Carl Froch, and right from the moment he turned professional with Mick Hennessy in the class of 2002, he vowed as soon as possible to get himself here to Nottingham, and he's done just that. He got himself caught, and this is going to really test Carl Froch, so he's got to keep himself cool. What he doesn't want to do is maybe just stand and trade and risk getting caught with a decent wild shot.
No, he's got to keep hitting and moving, but that was beautiful footwork from Froch just above us. That was excellent stuff. The way he hit his opponent, moved out the way, and then was back on the attack again. Hit to move, that's what he's got to do tonight, Froch.
Bit of swelling underneath Odin's left eye. Froch trying with the uppercut, not coming anywhere close. And Odin really is taking this to Froch. Good footwork by the younger man. Solid left one in from Valeri Odin.
You've got to say Odin's tactics are spot on. He knows that Froch has got such a relaxed guard and his hands are very low that he's got to get close to him. He's got to literally crawl all over him, get him on the inside, and that's what he's doing.
Well, midway through the third, and Richie, if you were in Froch's corner, what were you going to be saying to him at the end of this one?
Well, just to keep doing what he's doing, hitting and moving. What he can't afford to do is just stand in front of his opponent, stand still and be static. If he's static, he's going to get caught. But he's fighting the right fight now, he's starting to hit and move. He's just got to be elusive, Jim.
Well, this is great stuff from Odin in this third round, and Froch on the ropes where he really doesn't want to be. And Odin, amazingly, is hurling, as we probably thought he would, everything at Carl Froch. And what a test this is going to be for Froch in just professional contest number 6. And Odin, no respecter of reputations, and doesn't really care whether this is a sparring partner of his, is having a real crack at him.
Yeah, the more accurate shots are definitely coming from Froch. But the sheer, as I said, the sheer persistence from Odin, this cannot be ignored. He's such a strong guy.
Well, Froch did get him with a good short right, and that's a second short right. And Odin puffing and blowing a little bit. And Froch, his nose reddening ever so slightly, is blowing a little bit himself. They've fought this at a cracking pace. Froch's timing a little bit awry. Just a few seconds remaining to the end of this. Remember, this is scheduled for 8 3-minute rounds. Froch has been nowhere near that. Tough round for Froch. May well have picked his man off on the counter, but there wasn't a great deal in that. So that was a very good round for Odin. Froch did catch him. That was the best shot of the round and of the contest as far as Froch was concerned. But he had to take a lot of sustained pressure from Valeri Odin. And although a lot of Odin's shots weren't all that desperately accurate, he was forcing Froch onto the ropes and forcing Froch to defend. And Froch will have to start bucking up his ideas a little bit.
Yeah, I'd actually give that round to Odin. I thought his sheer, as I said again, sheer persistence, getting through. The better quality shots are coming from Froch, but the sheer volume of punches for me swayed the round for Odin. There wasn't a lot in it, but Odin for me just nicked it.
Well, there we are. The former world super middleweight champion has given one of the super middleweight prospects 9 points in that round and 10 to his opponent. And the man in the black trunks, trimmed with gold, Valeri Odin, based now in Cannington, has given Carl Froch a pretty torrid opening 9 minutes. Froch has got to get back to his boxing. He's got to learn to keep his man away.
Right! Tidy it up, lads.
And once again, Odin is roughing up Carl Froch.
Yeah, the tactics are spot on from Odin. What Froch has got to do as well, Jim, if he is going to sit on them ropes occasionally, just get the hands up a little bit, so if there's any punches coming his way, then they're just hitting his arms. But ideally, he doesn't want to be on the ropes. He should command from the centre of the ring, but it's so difficult fighting a man who just keeps swarming all over you.
Well, look how low Froch's hands are, and when he keeps them down, Odin brings them in before Froch has a chance to bring his own hands up, and Odin once again is absolutely working his heart out.
Get it on.
A message from the referee to clean this bout up. He said, you're getting paid as professional boxers, let's behave like it. This roughhouse sort of a brawl which could take place in a phone box is right up Valeri Odin's street.
Yeah, that's better from Froch. Lovely quality shots there. Good left hook. Oh, beautiful that was.
Good footwork by Froch, although Odin was out of the ring. He wasn't touching the canvas at any stage. And again, Froch not pressing home the advantage. And his main problems, I think, Richie, are stemming from the fact that his hands are held too low.
His hands are very low and very relaxed, but he's definitely getting home with the cleaner shots. But Odin is just such a rough out, he really is. There's elbows flying in there and all sorts. But Froch must stick to his boxing.
There's Odin going in with a head again. Referee didn't spot that. And another little clash. Better now from Froch. Couple of good little jabs. And around the corner right or two. Under 30 seconds to go to the halfway stage. And this is a great test for Froch. Maybe just signs that he's starting to get the measure of Odin. And Odin might be tiring. Body shot going in from Froch. But again, Odin is still there in his face. Better by Froch. Back comes Odin.
Keep working! Keep working!
Yeah, inside the glove there again.
A lot of slapping from Odin. And no sign of any recognition that they have sparred quite a bit together. Froch goes back to the corner. Thus far, relatively unmarked. What another tough uncompromising round that was. Lovely clean stuff from Karl Froch, head and body and head, and great footwork by the double ABA champion and World Championship bronze medalist. And that was like a matador and a bull. Wonderful footwork by Karl Froch. It's been a toughie, Rich, for him.
Yes, yeah, but that was classic boxing there. He landed with 3 or 4 good punches, and then he avoided. He got out of the way of Odin's attack, and Odin just nearly went through the ropes. But lovely boxing there from Karl Froch.
Well, one wonders what the home crowd were expecting from Karl Froch. I think they were looking for an early stoppage. It was never going to be that way, given the opponent. And this man has given the golden boy of the class of 2002 a tough enough old evening. Round 5, Froch